Just like any sewing machine, the needle needs to be changed on a regular basis. So on the Singer Heavy Duty 4411, I want to just show you how easy it actually is. What comes with the machine is a little pack of needles, just enough to get you started. That is not going to be enough. Plus, there's needles for different types of fabrics. So if you're working on a heavy fabric, there are bigger needles. Lighter weight fabric, you don't want such a big hole, there are smaller needles. And there's different kinds of needles. So some have a sharper point for real tightly woven fabrics. Some are ballpoint, like for knit fabrics. So we have a whole series of videos. I'm going to link to them right up here. So if you click on that eye in the top right corner, we have a playlist of over 18 needles to help you learn what they're supposed to be used for, and they're very, very short videos for you to watch. Okay, so first off, you're going to need that small screwdriver. Sometimes you can loosen this by your fingers, but if you get it really tight, then you're going to need the screwdriver to take it out. Now notice I have a little piece of fabric here, not required, but sometimes people start to loosen it and that needle drops without them catching it. So having a little piece of fabric there will assist you for it not dropping into the machine. You have to go get it. So when you take a needle out, you are going to notice that there is a flat side on the back. The flat side always faces to the back of the machine. So when you put it in and put a new needle in, how often you need to change needles? Trust me, more often than you think. If you've hit a pin, and you hear a little tick, tick, tick when you're starting to sew, time for a new needle. If you're having sewing issues, looping thread, skipping stitches, if you just change the needle, it's the first thing to change. If you think about it, it's 50% of your seam. So trust me, take and change the needle. Next, when you go to put the needle back in, you need to make sure it gets high enough, all the way up as high as it will go. So if you don't get it up high enough, you'll probably hear that it's going to be hitting something in your bobbin area. It's not a pretty sound, so just keep that in mind. With the flat side to the back, that is the correct way. All the way as high as you can get it. Tighten it just a little bit with your fingers, and if you can, don't over tighten it with the screwdriver. So you can give it a little turn, but you're not going to be cranking it. That's what actually breaks that whole mechanism, and that's not pretty either. Okay, so just kind of find that happy medium based on your strength and ability. The needle should be straight up and down. So if you find that it's kind of angled a little bit, maybe you didn't get it up high enough. So once again, change your needles frequently. If you haven't done that, that's the first thing you should do. And check out our videos on all the different types of needles available for different fabrics and different threads.